All right. There goes the family again. Second attempt. 4 days out here backpacking all alone, okay? Friends, so I'm back out here attempting 4 days in the wilderness by myself again. A few things are different. It's a little bit colder. Had some rain and snow this morning. The mountains up high, you know, definitely getting some snow, but not too bad right here where I'm at. Probably going to be looking at 40 to 45 degrees every day that I'm out here. 15 to 20 at night, maybe warmer. We're gonna be staying around 8,000, 8,500 feet. Definitely have more clothes than I did last time. And I am gonna try to stay in one designated campsite and just roam about to look for food for the next 4 days. So that's a few things that are different. One other thing that is different is I have brought a little bit more water than I did last time because water is very scarce in this area that I'm at. Trying to find a good area this time of season because of all the hunters so I can be away from everybody and not interrupt anybody else's stay here in the mountains has been kind of tough. So I'm doing my best. I'm gonna try to stay on the side of a mountain. It's gonna be kind of steep camping area, but this should, you know, put me away from everyone. And I did bring a food ration this time. It's not much. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but thank you guys for coming along on this trip with me. So I got to get about a mile under me, probably, up this mountain, and then start kind of tapering off on the edge of it. And we'll try to see if we can't find us a good place to camp. All right, let's go. Okay, so new slingshot shoots really good. It's nice and smooth. But I missed that squirrel by a mile. Oh man, I don't know what I did. I almost felt like I got nervous. You know, I shoot a slingshot quite a bit, or I used to, but I wasn't even close to that squirrel. So we'll go ahead and sit here for a little bit. Like I said, I'm just going to try to just kind of be calm and just do some listening and see if I hear anything out and about. It has gotten kind of windy, so it's not as easy to hear, but we're not having squirrel for lunch just yet. We'll have to go after that thing. I mean, as soon as I missed, he came halfway down the tree on the backside and went right to another tree, and I figured I'd be better just to wait and see if he comes back as opposed to going after him. So better luck next time for me. All right, so I was trying to set up camp here, and it started snowing. One big cloud over there, so yeah, kind of looks like maybe the whole sky's turning into one big cloud here, but definitely better than rain. There it is. I'll take snow over rain for sure. Might get a little colder than I thought, so we'll put a little extra time into this. It's really trying to snow. We'll put in a little extra time on this shelter here. Really try to get it set up right. So I'll flip the camera back around, get back at it. We're going back squirrel hunting, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, tarp is up, as you can see. It is actually sloping towards the north. That's going to keep the snow and the rain, if it comes from the north, out from underneath there, okay? Not a whole lot of room. It's kind of open, but it's absolutely perfect. I used to do shelters like this all the time, just messing around. When I was a kid and with my kids, just something to do in the afternoon. You just need one tree, and you need 3 tent stakes, a little bit of cordage, and I mean, you got a great camp. So I'll leave this whole side right here open, and this will be facing this way over here to where my fire is going to be, so I'll be able to keep an eye on the fire. There's one more spot over here. Okay, that spot right there. I'll set my pack right there. I'll try to find either some dead wood, or there is a tree over here that has fallen over that still has pine needles on the limbs. I may go over there, cut some of those limbs off, and try to hang a few of them right there, and just kind of tie them up, just to kind of bring the shelter in just a little bit more. Okay. I'm in the national forest, so I can't cut limbs off of any trees. I can't drive nails in any trees. You still have to abide by all the rules, right? So if we find a tree that has fallen down though and has some limbs on it with pine needles, those would be perfect to mount up right there to give the tent more of a closure. Okay, so all right, so this is our opening right here that I'm wanting to close in to make the shelter feel a little bit more concealed. So I'm just going to get a limb, put right through here, brace it up against a tree, and then I'll hang some more limbs off of it, kind of just close this space off right here, and give the shelter a little bit more closure. Right out this area, be looking out towards the sun. We'll have our fire out there. I think it's going to be a nice setup. Well, that little pine squirrel back there must have popped in his den or something, because I never got another look at him. This is pretty open right through here. There's quite a bit of squirrels making noise. I just ain't seen any yet, so I'll just keep kind of moseying through some of these trees, see what I can't find. Camp's all set up though, so it sure would be nice to get a squirrel, eat a few hours before it got dark. I know that. Let's go. Well, I hopped out of the shelter there, and it's snowing again. More snow. Well, it's not too bad out here. It's cold. There's no doubt about it. It's cold. I went ahead and started putting the wool layers on. But as long as the wind don't blow, I'll be all right. It keeps gusting through here, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna go after some squirrels again. Probably got about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Go do a little more hunting. And then I'll come back to camp, start prepping this fire. And we'll have a little fire before it gets dark. here I am, sitting in the middle of the woods. No squirrel. I didn't even see another one to get another shot at, but had a pretty sunset. And I'm just kind of sitting here hanging out, stretching my back on this log right here. I think I'm gonna let it get dark. I keep getting some wind gusts through here, so I don't want to start a fire yet. I'll just keep hanging on, let it really calm down. I'm gonna go gather up some of those pine needles. I'm gonna heat up some water. I'm gonna have a little pine needle tea. And once it's dark, I'm gonna crawl in that sleeping bag and hopefully have a good night's rest. And then we'll get up and do it all tomorrow. So that's my plan. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my pine needle tea, but first I'm gonna show you my little cooking pot here. Same one I brought last time, but I did bring a food ration this time. So I brought 3 of these mini Cliff Bars. I'm gonna be out here a total of 4 days, so I'm gonna try to maybe take 1 bite of one tonight, 1 bite of one tomorrow morning, and then you know, try to make them last. Hopefully I can get me something from out here in the woods to feed myself. But also we have, see, no more, 3 pieces of jerky. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here's my little fire pit. There's my jerky pan and pine needles right here. Okay, the best way to do the pine needle tea is fill this up. I'm gonna fill this up about halfway with water. I'm gonna take all these, cut them in half. Okay, and then just drop them in there, get this water boiling, or as much as boiling as I can. Let it set for a bit, and I'm just gonna sip on it until it's all gone, okay? I'm gonna really try to savor it, make it last, but I'm gonna throw all this food and jerky, my little bag right here. I may not even have to buy this Cliff Bar back. I don't know, I may save it. I'm actually not that hungry. I had one of those mini Cliff Bars this morning before I left the house. So I'm gonna make some tea, get a fire going, and we're gonna call it a night. All right.